Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's NanaYaa Tresses once again. So today we are taking a little femininity lesson on feminine mindset and manners. If this is something you're interested in, please stay tuned and you're welcome to my channel. Hi, I'm NanaYaa of NanaYaa Tresses. Join us, let's get going, let's be more elegant, more classy and more feminine. Okay, so in today's video, like I said, we're talking about feminine mindset and manners. And when you are first starting your femininity journey, I know that a lot of emphasis, okay, is placed on your outer appearance, mainly because that's the first thing people see when they see a feminine woman. They can tell that a woman is feminine by looking at her. That's like the first thing that they see before they tend to see other aspects of her, like her behavior, her mannerisms, how she talks, how she be like her manners and stuff like that. You don't see that right away. The first thing you see is the person's outward appearance. That is the reason why most people tend to put a lot of emphasis on how you look, because it speaks for you even before you get to speak for yourself. Now let's say that you are finished going through the entire grooming process. You know how a feminine lady is supposed to look. Now what? Now you have to act the part. And this is where the feminine manners and mindsets come into play. So if you're first beginning a femininity journey, it's important to have a changed mindset. This is something that sometimes people don't discuss, but it's important. You should know why you're becoming a feminine woman. Are you becoming much more feminine for male approval or for male attention? Or are you doing it for yourself? Not to bash anybody doing it for man or doing it for themselves, doing it for societal approval or doing it for whomever, but the most important thing is that you should know why. You should know your why. And because sometimes it can get very discouraging and very frustrating, so if your why is not strong enough or much of a good reason, you're more likely to just give up and be like, oh, I'm over it. That's the reason why it's important to know your why. Okay, so when it comes to having a feminine mindset, what exactly is it? You first have to ask yourself, what are some of the qualities of a feminine woman? So we always know that we praise feminine women for having a certain kind of, behavior. Like their aura is very gentle, it's very passionate, it's kind, it's meek, it's playful, it's fun. It evokes feelings of passion and joy and happiness and softness. So that is how your mindset should also be. So if you're talking to somebody and then normally your first reaction is to always go for the guts, like just get a bit aggressive, when you're changing to be more feminine, you should watch that. It changes how you think about things. Like, okay, so this person is in front of me talking a lot and like being really annoying right now. Do I do one of two things? Either I really, give them a clap back like immediately and correct them and check them, or do I just get composed, smile, and then answer? Think before I answer. And there you have it. That is your femininity mindset in play. So you should change how you view things. Don't view being feminine as weak. Ever. I know that yes, sometimes it looks as though when we let people talk to us anyhow without reacting back and then letting them know that, hey, you can't talk to me anyhow, it's very very difficult sometimes to change our mindset from that area when that's what we are used to. But when you become a feminine woman, you have to train yourself to not go into your default that's on the offensive to always attack. Instead, you start thinking, okay, you're saying this about me, but what are the facts though? Like, what are the facts? Are the facts that I am the person you say I am? If it is, then maybe I should check myself. But if the facts that I'm not the kind of person you say I am, do I really need to give you a response, or should I just let my character speak for itself? Do you guys see how the different spectrum is? So that's the first notch change, your mindset. Stop viewing being feminine as somebody who should be a doormat to be stepped on. You can command respect without being aggressive. You can command respect without being mean. I don't know if you guys watch Game of Thrones, but when Game of Thrones, was the whole thing, it's still a thing, but the last season was, whew, let's just not get into it. But somebody that I have a few people in Game of Thrones that I love how they compose themselves throughout the entire thing. They were making moves without having to make a lot of noise. Take Olenna Tyrell. Olenna Tyrell is the matriarch of the House Tyrell. Okay, she was killing her enemies' children. Oh, okay, I shouldn't be saying that. She was getting rid of her enemies' children and, taking revenge on people, manipulating people to do her bidding without even having to lift a finger. and let them know that she's the one who did it. She could have come at them and be like, yes, like the way Caitlyn Stark did. She made her enemies know that, look, I'm coming for you guys straight up. Okay, that wasn't a feminine move. She tried to take a much more masculine approach that, well, you guys took my family, I'm gonna fight back just as hard. And her enemies were prepared for whatever was coming, and then twatted her completely. Okay, but Olena in this case, she played the game very well. She would throw a rock and then just hide her hands like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, so when she's making moves, you don't know what move she's making. You don't know what she's thinking. She's very mysterious. That is how you should be. I'm not saying be a manipulative person, but know how to be silent. Know how to, plan your things without letting the whole world know that, oh, this is what you're going to do. So that if you have a position, they can quickly thwart your moves. Cersei Lannister. Say what you want about Cersei Lannister, but that woman is a mastermind. All the men in her life underestimated her. All of them. Every single one of them underestimated her. They underestimated her prowess. They underestimated her intelligence. They underestimated her feminine charm. And she used that for advantage. Granted, she did some very, very questionable things. Okay. But she knew how to let you know, like, that, okay, so you guys are talking smack about me right now. But I can thwart you if I want. I can crush you if I want. I will hurt you where it hurts. That is that. So it's best to have a change of mind that, okay, so this is how I want to be. This is a woman I aspire to be. And this are my purposes. And this is how I want to present myself. So you have to first have a change of mindset. How does that happen? By watching videos. So you watching a video like this even shows that you are trying to improve your mindset to become more feminine. And on that note, give this video a very big thumbs up so that I know you enjoy content like this. Okay, so you watching videos like this, you educating yourself, reading some books on femininity, reading stories about women who are very feminine, following your feminine inspirations. Personally, I have a couple of people that I look up to. I absolutely love them. In my previous video, when I talked about sources for femininity, I listed some of the amazing ladies that I personally watch as well. Because I feel like you cannot learn everything from yourself. I learn from other people all the time. I learn their techniques. Maybe they found something new that could be very, very, very helpful for me. I learn it and I try to incorporate it in my own life. So you should first start by watching other people. You mimic other people. You read. You enrich your life. And by that, you realize that your mindset begins to change. Because the more you know and the more you learn, the more you are more likely to, upgrade yourself without having to do too much. Okay, the next thing you can do to level up your feminine mindset is to unlearn certain things. As much as you are learning new things, you have to also unlearn certain things. For example, personally, growing up, I hated anything feminine because I was made to believe that it means I was weak. It meant I was powerless. It meant I was defenseless. It meant I was inferior. So being girly was not an option for me. I tried very hard to make sure I was not girly at all. I was very competitive. I still am very competitive, by the way, but now I know how to, compartmentalize that aspect of me. But it's like I would do anything to be the strong, independent woman. It's good to be an independent woman, but you have to learn how to ask for your help when you need help. When somebody offers to help, you have to know how to receive the help. It's something I was not good at. I am still learning how to do that. Okay, so like I said, you have to unlearn certain things about yourself. You have to unlearn certain toxic perceptions that you may have had about femininity, about feminine women. I used to think that feminine women, like the way we watch movies and all these teenage movies, it's always like, the queen bee of the school. She's always very feminine. That's the funny thing. They're always very, very feminine, like ultra feminine women. They always look good, put together. They have their stuff together. They will check everybody. They know that they are the queen and that's it. They don't take any inferior treatment from anybody. Although they portray them in such a negative light that they are shallow, they are vapid, they are bullies, but not all feminine women are like that. True feminine women are actually not like that. Do you understand? So you have to unlearn those parts of yourself. Now, when it comes to manners, this I believe is best learned from your parents. I have very strict African parents. My mom, whew, you cannot say yes and then walk away. How dare you? You have to say yes, please. Whether you're speaking English or Chi, you have to, if or Ga, like any of the languages that I sometimes speak with my mom, you have to respect your elders. You have to regard not just your elders, but even people beneath you. You have to talk to them respectfully. And that's how I learned how to talk politely. Okay, I learned how to be polite from my mom, because not only was she teaching us by example, but also when you mess up, she'll be quick to check you that, hey, kasa me pacho. That means say yes, like please. Okay. And saying thank you, saying sorry, learning basic etiquette like that. When you walk into a room, in African culture, you don't just walk and sit down. Somebody in the room has to offer you a seat. So if I walk into your office, I can't just take a seat and sit down. You have to offer me a chair that, oh, you can take your seat. I'm like, okay, thank you. Then I sit down. I can't just walk and not greet anybody. It's rude, it's disrespectful. So I learned all that from my mother. But certain things like fine dining, she taught me some of that. And then when I went to SHS as well, I went to a Catholic all girls school. So we also taught some of that, how to walk, how to talk. Even that, to be honest with you, we took it in jest because it was like, we're just playing around. But then as you continually practice, you realize that you are totally different with time. And also that's another thing, you have to be willing to practice. Practice, practice, practice. It's hard, but you have to be willing to practice. That is the only way that you can improve yourself. You learn, you practice. You learn, you practice. When you perfect it, you teach another person. So, because that's what we did in St. Joseph's. I went to St. Joseph's. Hi. So in St. Joseph's, when we came in the first year, they taught us how to sit, how to talk, how to walk, how to behave. A lady seen, not heard was the national anthem there. So if you're walking, I should not hear your footstep. If you're eating, I should not hear you chew. If you're talking, I shouldn't be able to hear you across the room. If you're laughing, still, everything should be in moderation. A lady is seen, not heard. And that was so ingrained in us. And at first we were like, these girls are just being bougie and annoying. But growing up, I realized that they were actually teaching us how to be feminine women. If I had known, I would have taken those lessons seriously. I'm not kidding. And then when we got to final year, and then the first years came, because we were seniors at the time, we had to teach them. So you see, when you learn something, you perfect it, you teach another person. So this date, no matter how exhausted I am, I cannot shuffle my feet. Like, it sets my teeth on edge hearing somebody else shuffle. So I can't shuffle myself. So you understand me? You learn something, you practice, you perfect, you teach. That is the cycle. Okay? And another thing is that learning how to, do fine dining, have friends, have other feminine women who are on their feminine journey as well. On that note, I would be leaving my Instagram down below. If you are a feminine woman and you want like-minded feminine women on their journey, send me a DM. We can create a special page on WhatsApp or something like that, and then plan, outings, plan dates, go out, talk, discuss, share our struggles. If you're in Ghana here, we can meet up, go for lunch sometime, have brunch, whatever it is. If you are international, we can talk via Instagram, via WhatsApp. Now the world is a global space, honey, especially during this period where everybody is quarantining. It's a great opportunity to meet people and talk via, like, digital platforms. So yes, if you want something like that, let me know. Send me a DM on Instagram and I'll hook you up, okay, so that we can all learn from each other, because I feel like um the culture here is completely different from the culture in another country. And so by learning from each other what is deemed as feminine, you realize that you have a very diverse outlook on life. You're not just used to, the American way or the British way or the Ghanaian way. You learn from everybody. Okay, so that's something I can also say. Have a tribe of women who are also on their femininity journey, because it also helps you. It keeps you in check. I have a friend. Shout out to you, Safako. I have a friend that if you're going somewhere and you look crusty, she'd be like, are you wearing that? At first, I used to hate it. I'm not gonna lie. We used to live together at a point, and like I'll be like, why is this girl trying to shade me and make me feel horrible? When I gain weight, she's gonna call me out like, you gain weight, right? At first, I was like, why are you fat shaming me? And I used to hate it. I'm not going to lie to you, I liked it. I hated it. But then I realized that I needed a friend like that who would tell me as it is that you're letting yourself go. You've always said that you wanted to look a certain way. okay, that you want to present yourself in a certain manner, and right now you're letting yourself go. I'll be a bad friend if I don't tell you. You see, even though yes, she does a lot of tough love, but she tells you and then it hurts her feelings. I realized that it was necessary rather than trying to, sugarcoat the words and then make you feel good about yourself when you know that you need help. Okay, so it's good to have friends who tell you that check yourself. Have somebody you are comfortable to. Have somebody you can look up to who's going to help you on your femininity journey. So that's about it. I think I've talked a lot in this video. If you guys want me to go into detail about feminine etiquette, feminine hobbies, feminine manners and stuff like that, let me know in the comment section. I'll do an entire video on that just for you guys. As always, NanaYaa Tresses, and I'll see you in my next video. Be sure to subscribe, like this video, and share it with anybody you think is going to benefit from this video. Okay, if you made it to the end of this video, I love you so much. Be sure to leave me, the chop knuckle, the knuckle emoji in the comment section so I know you watch it all the way to the end. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.